Hello and welcome everybody to our newest Dungeons and Dragons campaign. This time we're playing a duets campaign. And we are going to, this is the first time that we're actually playing a whole campaign from a book. And it's called Land of Vampires, Slipping into Shadow by Beth and Jonathan Ball, level 1 to 10. We're also going to get the second supplement, which is 10 to 14, which is also in the same setting. And you can find the link to the shop where you can buy this book in the show notes. And we are going to use the Dungeons and Dragons 24 5th edition rules. And we will see how that goes because we've not played with those rules yet, but we are pretty familiar with them and things will be fine. And
also, we might miss little tiny things that have changed because a few things we just know by heart from the older 5e version. And honestly, sometimes it's just a tiny word they changed and you just overread it in the beginning and just stumble over it.
So, for example, I have the lucky feet, as do you, I believe. Yeah. And apparently, because I'd never had it before, it works completely differently in the new version. So
it's not as good anymore as before.
And we've also used the we're also not completely compliant with the book because we have one character that is a species that is not in the basic rule set yet, but will probably be reintroduced later because it's from the Eberron background, from the Eberron setting. But we have adjusted it in such a way that it is 24 compliant. So, without further ado, we are going to start our campaign, and it's called A Murder of Crows. And I would like to take a look at your character, Lynn. Lyra. Sorry, Lyra. Getting it wrong from the very beginning.
Min, that's no problem.
No, Min is me. Lyra, who are you?
Yep.
And where are you? And tell us about yourself a little bit before we start on a normal day for you.
Well, first of all, Lyra is a tall, slender, dark-skinned or darkish-skinned lady with bright blonde, almost white golden hair, so on the extreme light end of blonde. She has freckles that weirdly enough in sunlight sometimes shimmer a little bit golden, but that must be
a trick of the light.
Yeah, trick of the light. She is at the moment, I guess she's standing in her little cozy shop, the chromatic counter, and is holding a broom and is cleaning.
Okay, so it is the morning of any given day in the chromatic counter. Now, let's say it's 8 o'clock. So sun is already up. You are cleaning. When does the shop open?
I think around 10 o'clock. She doesn't really get much. Well, I'm still quite new. I would just switch to I am, just because I am Lynn. Still struggling
Lyra.
to get it. Lyra. Why am I called Lynn?
Because Lyra. I'm stupid. Because I wrote it, and this is See, it's in my
I'm
head.
just reading it. Yeah. Holy, let me. That's stupid brain after a long work of day. Yep. So let's see, Lyra. So I am standing in the shop, sweeping up. Sadly, well, I don't have too many customers, but I'm still quite new around here. So I made my way here. I'm like 6 months, roughly half a year ago. And for first I was more a guest, staying there, just enjoying the cute little village and the scenery. And then, well, an option gave itself that I could take over this building. and make it my own. So it's my shop. I'm living above, and it's mine. With the little money I had, I could buy it. I had to clean and fix a few things, and I still need more merchandise. Definitely, I need more goods. I don't have enough. I need a bit more. It's a bit empty, but working on it.
And what goods you do have, what are they?
Well, when you look around, you see some jewelry and a few knives and bottles with fluids of different colors and varieties.
Okay.
And I have here the big pile herbs, different herbs, either for tea or for cooking, depending on what you want to do. And then I have one or two extra things that I'm keeping in the back because they are quite precious. And well, it depends on what you need or what you unofficially need.
Okay. So the place that you are in is called Homlet. It's in the land of Azuria, and it is quite sizable. So you have everything that you could ever want in this village, from the tailor to the teamster. You've got several farmers, cheesemakers, stonemasons. So it is a fully functional village with one additional benefit. It is at the main crossroads of the south to north and east to west road that basically cross here, and then people come to your village, and then if they want to go to the main city of Linolin, which is the big harbor city in the west, they have to pass through your village. So it means that lots of traffic happens, lots of people come and go, and it also means that they have a really big inn. It's called Inn of the Welcome Wench.
Yes.
And they have plenty of rooms. There is always a coming and going, and the village is really thriving. So not only do you have farmers and artisans, but they all have families. So there are children around. And of course, you've been there 6 months. And you are still the talk of the town, not because you are new, because there is new people coming and going every day, but because your shop is somehow intriguing to the little ones.
Well, yes, I also have a jar of sweets on the counter.
Which would have nothing to do with its attractiveness for children, would it?
No, and depending on just by luck which one you get, things might happen. Well, nothing dangerous, obviously, because I don't want to kill a kid, but it might be that your tongue turns blue, or you suddenly have purple freckles in the face, or your nose grows a little bit longer, all only for a little while.
Only for a little while.
We also had one child that was lucky, and they could fly for a little bit. That was a hoot. Well, the mom was not too happy with me.
And so, at about 10 o'clock, you open the shop, you turn the sign, hello, come in, we're open. And about half an hour later or so, the first customer comes in. It is Cathal Marial, and he's a hunter. And he is here because, well, he will tell you in a bit. So he basically opens the door, ding dong, little bell goes off. The hunter steps inside. So he's clad in hunting garb, as you would imagine. And he's got a bow over his shoulder. And he's like, good morning.
Welcome. What can I do for you?
You wouldn't happen to have something that would help me a little bit with, you know, sometimes when I've been out too late drinking, the next day My aim is a little off. You wouldn't have anything to help me with that, steadying my hand.
Focusing. Give me a second. And rather something to drink immediately or something to discreetly put into a tea or so?
Maybe into the tea, because then it would last longer.
Smart move. Just a second. I will just slip behind the counter in front of all the herbs and glasses and little things I have there. If you look closer, you might see in 1 or 2 glasses maybe like a dried chicken leg or a thing like that. But that's totally normal, you know, things that help with different things. And she will pull out a little paper bag, just a small one, like you put basically tea in and she will do a little bit of mixture and sniff and a little bit more, and she will just point her finger in there, taste it. No, more, okay. And then she will close it up, and she will, in a beautiful hand lettering, will just put in focus on the paper bag, and she will hold it out to him. Give it a try, and
So mix it in with tea.
yes,
Okay, how much
a
do
little
I
bit
owe
hot
you?
water.
Hot water.
It only needs to be in the hot water like maybe a minute. If you leave it longer, it shouldn't make any problems. Maybe a piece of gold would be lovely.
He puts the paper bag away, and he takes out a gold coin, bites on it, and hands it to you.
I will rub it on my little coat that I'm wearing, and we'll slip it in a pouch.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Then good luck with hunting.
Yeah. If I get a nice pheasant, I'll let you know, just in case you want to buy it off me.
Well, if you have a few of the feathers of the pheasant, that would be lovely.
Of course, I can give you the feathers, no problem.
Awesome. Thank you. And I will open the door for him and wave goodbye when he leaves, and be like, another customer. And we'll close the door and we'll go back to sweeping.
Okay. You basically, how many customers on average do you have during the day?
Maybe one?
Maybe one. Okay.
If there's 2, it's busy. I'm excluding the children. They come by every day. And give me their hard-earned pocket money, which I feel a little bit bad, but they enjoy it. So I think it's a win-win for both of us.
As you are about to close the door again, you hear a scratching sound
Outside or inside?
inside. It's coming from ankle level.
Looking down.
You see a cat. It's scratching her claws on the door jamb.
Hello, you.
Meow.
What are you doing here?
She walks past you into the shop. Tail up.
Excuse me? I guess you're not here to buy things? I'll just leave the door as it is and run after the cat and be like, no, don't, excuse me.
It looks around. She sniffs, and then she realizes that there are 2 windows to the side of the door, on each side, one. And she jumps onto the windowsill, and she sits down, cleans her paws, and then lies down.
How does the cat look like?
It's a normal tabby, and she's got very big ears.
Okay, visitors. Weird. Will you bite me? And she will carefully go closer and will try a careful stroking the cat and seeing if the cat lets her.
The cat starts to purr immediately. the whole 9 yards, loud purring, vibration. And then she does something that cats don't usually do unless they feel really comfortable. She turns around and shows you her belly.
Belly scratches and a little excited squeak from my side. And after some belly scratches, I will... Okay. You clearly can stay here. Please don't throw anything on the floor. I don't have that much. I think... Would you like a little bowl of milk, darling?
Ears perk up.
Then just a second. And I will walk swiftly in the back and we'll get a bit of milk that I got this morning from the farmer. And we'll put it in a little bowl, and we'll go back and we'll put it on the floor below the fence, the windowsill, and we'll be like, "For you, darling."
And she starts drinking. Okay. And basically, as you are feeding the cat, you basically then upright yourself again because you are quite tall, so you can look through the window. And I believe that is there stuff on display in the window so that people can look into the building from the outside and see things, or are they normal windows?
I think it's just a normal window with a windowsill where maybe there is a candle holder with a candle or a little lantern, probably rather lantern because a candle might burn the curtains that she has hanging. And she would have some dried herbs hanging in the window a little bit above, just to give the idea that you can buy herbs here.
As you are looking, basically uprighting yourself and looking out, you see a person standing there, about maybe, I don't know, 30 years old. She looks like a traveler. She has a cloak that you would wear for travel. And she has a very interesting hairstyle because she has shorn hair on the sides, and then there is a lot of hair on top, which basically falls to one side. So it's an asymmetric haircut, and it's also a little bit colored. So there's red in there, there's blue in there, there's green in there. So she's dyed her hair, essentially. And now you can give me a perception check, please.
Oh, first roll. Let's see. Perception. Oh, God. Wow. Okay, I also need to change my speaker.
Oh. Yeah.
I think it's the first time ever that I'm playing someone with a 0 perception.
Yeah, because this is an abysmally bad roll. I feel for you. I mean,
I have a kitty right in front of me. What do you want?
That's true. It was an unfair situation that I put you in. But having even said this, I was looking at your passive perception. I was like, 10? Okay.
Yeah, I have the minimum. And that's
like,
you can't go lower, I think. I think 10 is the minimum that you have.
And basically, and then this person looks around so as to not run into or walk into anybody, and she continues on her way. And then basically,
I haven't seen her around. I think that's the only thing that she would like. I haven't seen her face yet, but
I mean, even so, you did see her face because the hood was down, but you definitely
but
have not
I haven't
seen
her
this
around
her face in terms
around
of,
here. She's not part of the village, clearly.
Okay, so now it's around 12 o'clock. What do you do for lunch? Do you go out for lunch? Do you have lunch in the...
I usually go out for lunch, so I'm eyeing the kitten, waiting for it to finish the bowl, and I would be like, I'm sorry, kitty, but I'm leaving now, so I think you will have to leave too. And I will attempt to carefully grab it, or take it up. Grab it sounds harsh. Take it up and walk with it in my arm outside. Not sure if Kitty will let me do it, but
she looks at you a little bit surprised because why are you doing this? Is the big question in her face. Why are you putting me out?
Well, because I'm leaving as well.
You don't get the feeling that the kitten is making the connection why this would be logical, but basically she stays where she is in your arms.
Okay, then I will step outside. I will close the door. I will lock the door. I will put the key. I pulled the key out of my pocket. It's on a chain, and I will put it back there. And then I will set the kitty down carefully, and I will give a little head scratch. But feel free to visit again if you want.
The cat, let's see what the weather is like. On a 17, it's a nice sunny day. The cat actually jumps on the outside windowsill, rolls up and bakes in the sun.
Okay. Then maybe see you later. And with a little whistle, she will walk down towards the inn, where she at least tries, not every day, because, well, I have to keep my money together a little bit. You never know when there's investment coming in, because I need goods. But they have a good kitchen, and there are travelers there. I might catch someone who needs something, like some tea or a very good knife, although the blacksmith is making really good knives. But my knives are a little bit extra. Or simply a healing potion. If it's an adventurer, they like healing potions.
That is true. You arrive at the inn. It is run by Shania Banks.
Shania Banks, okay.
And there's also the NSCs are in the folder, so there's a whole list.
Perfect.
And she has 3 children, Pete, Brian, and Tom. She's a widow. No, actually, she isn't. No, her husband, sorry. Her husband is Toby Banks, but he's in a separate cell because he's a brewer. So basically, Toby brews the beer that Shania then sells. So basically, Shania is there. And she also has and Pete is helping her, so he's about 16, so he helps out in the inn. The other ones are still younger, and children do go to school. The village elder, who isn't that old, she's simply called the village elder because she's kind of like not the wise woman, but the person who can read and write. Everybody can read and write, but she's the teacher as well, and she's the village elder because her parents before her were village elders, and she's kind of inherited the title, although it's not like she wields any power beyond people asking her, and if people come to you for advice, then you learn about people, you know about people, and then you just get asked stuff. So she teaches the children, and Brian and Tom are still at school because the school doesn't finish until 2, and then you know that about 2:15 the children will pass by your shop and will come in. Okay, so Shania and Pete are serving food because there are plenty of travelers. You also see the young lady, or the woman who's about your age, 30. She seems to have money because she actually has bought a full meal. And Shania says, hi Lyra, what can I do for you today?
Just some lunch, whatever you have today.
Okay, so today is pheasant soup with lentils. It's pheasant season, so.
I never had that before, so yeah, I'll try it.
And bread, of course.
Yes.
Would you like some beer? The beer is really excellent.
No, thank you. Cup of tea would be lovely.
Cup of tea, coming right up. And you sit down. And there are lots of people, and some of them are merchants that you have seen before. And they're basically sitting there, and they're going to move on, or maybe stay the night and then move on to Linolin, for example, or maybe going west to Red Cross, which is the next town over. And then from there they can also keep going west and then north, or because that's the road north. So what do you want to do? Food is served.
I will just take a little corner where I can have a view. I really don't like to sit in the middle of everything, rather at the edge, just to see and listen, to learn more about the people here and learn more about every traveler. And I will just enjoy the food and keep eyes and ears open to see if there are travelers around, and if I might sense someone who might be interested in my goods.
Okay, so you can make a perception check.
Darling, you have the wrong job with this perception.
That is true.
That is much better, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, you look, but you also listen. And what you gather is that there is a shipment coming in Linolin, of gold. And some of this will definitely be sent eastward and will definitely come through Homlet then. And some of this will also come through Homlet, but will go south to the Abbey, because some of these gold, some of the gold isn't in ingots, but it's actually in gold trinkets. So, for example, apparently the monastery and the church have ordered a couple of chalices made of pure gold, which they need for mass, and they will be coming in. And then some will also be sent to the west, to the east, where it will be, worked on by the very, very famous smiths of the north. Now, you've never been that far north, but there's only rumors about who these smiths really are. And some say that they may be dwarves, but this is one of the things where you have no first-hand knowledge because you've never been there. You've also never seen a dwarf, you've only heard of them.
Okay.
And then basically there are lots of people who believe that, it's going to rain soon, so they're kind of thinking about, we might need some medicine, some coughing medicine and stuff. And they keep asking where would be a good place to get some medicine. And actually, Shania points to you and says, well, if you have any need for protective trinkets, but also salves and also potions, she's your lady. And some people check you out and basically then nod to you. And one person comes to you and says, well, I've heard that I could get some medicine off you.
Yes. So I don't know how long you will stay.
I'm leaving tomorrow morning.
I'm just finishing up my lunch, so in about an hour my shop should be back open. It's just up the street. And if I, for God's sake, could remember which of all of the houses I picked for my shop, I'm just like, which one did I pick?
I was just
I know it was one
thing.
of the smaller ones.
And I believe it was the tailor.
I think it was the tailor, wasn't it? Okay, good. Then we have the same memory.
Yeah.
So just if you go out left, and then it's basically the first shop behind a village hall.
Oh, all right. Excellent. Then I'll see you then.
It's the chromatic counter. You can't really miss it.
All right. I'll see you.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you.
By the way, should I bring my wares? Would you be interested?
What do you sell?
Oh, bits and bobs. I actually got a shipment from the far western shores. It's essentially.
Yes. Bring your goods. Maybe I can find something that either I like or I can use.
Okay. And basically you finish your lunch. You also see that this other lady that you saw, she is eyeing everyone. She is paying close attention to what's going on around her. Yet now you can also make another perception check.
Ooh. I had food now. All my senses are back where they should be.
What you notice is that at least twice when you catch a glimpse of her, because you're not staring at her, but you're sometimes looking in her direction, she seems to be talking to someone.
Oh, and believe me, I'm staring at her.
Okay, so you're staring at her, and it seems like she is talking to herself, because there is no one there, and she definitely seems to be talking, and she seems to be having a conversation that is a little bit heated.
That's adorable. Well, I talk to myself because I have no one around. That's a pretty haircut. Maybe I should go short. And she's playing with her hair. No, I will leave it. And she will wave goodbye to Shania and will thank her for the lovely meal, because I suspect it was really good. First time for Lyra to have this kind of food. And then she will be strolling back to her little shop and will open up Spit Spot on time at, I think, 1:30 will be the time when she opens again.
As you approach, the cat jumps off the windowsill, parks herself in front of the door, and looks at you expectantly.
Darling, don't you have a home around here? Well, if I could talk with you, which I can't. Well, it's feel free to join if you want, and I will lean over her and will open the door and will open the door for
The cat walks in
him or her, and will for them, and will welcome.
She walks in like she owns the place, like cats do. Congratulations, you've got a cat now. And basically she
I need
plants.
to find out your name, sweetheart. Huh. Okay. Well, I will have to ask around who's missing their kitten.
So round about 2:15, the first kids appear. They basically come in their droves. So the first group is James and Bertie. James and Bertie are the sons of the blacksmiths. Sandra and Clint Morris. For some reason I forgot to give them a last name. And they walk in, and they are actually twins. And they are rambunctious. They have carrot red hair, lots of freckles. They're about 9 years old, and they love making little birds out of paper, and then they just throw them, and then the birds fly. So essentially they make paper airplanes, but back then we didn't have airplanes, so it looks like they are making and anything that will fly. So basically they will collect the large leaves in autumn, and basically even now that they are not haven't fallen yet, so they will just climb trees and just take down the leaves, and then they will just basically throw them up and watch them fall down, and then they will stand there and blow to ensure that they keep flying. So this is their thing. So they come. We hear that one of the girls flew the other day when she got one of your sweets. Can we have one of those too? We want to fly.
Well, it's random. I can't tell you which candy does what. It's just fate chooses for you.
Okay. All right. So we have 2 copper. How many sweets do we get for 2 copper?
2 sweets each of you.
All right, so that's 4. So we should totally have asked. We should totally have asked Anne what kind of color she chose in order to fly. Maybe we should get 4 different colored ones, because then the chances are higher. So they put 2 copper on the. So they've been carrying the money in their hands, so it's now sweaty.
And you can see in the glass in front it says a copper piece, but she gives them basically a 50% discount just because they're adorable. And they come regularly. I think that's her only regular customers that she has is the kids.
And they basically then start. They're agonizing over which sweets to choose.
Lyra will very patiently stand behind the counter, ready with a piece of with a little tongue and a paper bag, and just waiting for the boys to decide.
All right, so flying happens in the sky. So maybe we should get a blue one, because blue is sky. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. We will have 1 blue one, please.
Okay, she will this one, she will point to because there are 2 or 3 blue ones, she will point to that one, or the one in the back.
The one in the back.
Okay, she will take the one in the back and will put it in the back.
Maybe a yellow one, because yellow is sun. Sun is also in the sky. We'll have a yellow or an orange one.
This one is basically like yellow and orange swirled.
We'll take the swirled one, because swirling is kind of like flying.
It might be. So second one.
Maybe another blue one, just to be on the safe side. No, we were going to go for 4 different colors. Yeah, you're right. A green one. I've always liked green. I like frogs.
Okay.
Frogs don't fly, but I like green.
Pick one of the green ones and maybe a white one for you guys. The clouds.
Like the clouds, yes, a white one. That one.
Okay. She will put the white one in. She will roll up the bag. She will tie a little tie around it. We'll hand it over to the boys.
They open the bag immediately. All right, so I'm going to take the blue one and you're going to take the white one. So blue goes first.
I do need to make a table with variant options. What will happen, right?
Yeah. James goes first. He eats the blue one. And let's roll. Do you need to roll a 100 or do you roll an 11 on this one? You roll a d20.
20. I don't think we will have 100 different options. Okay, magic candy effects. Let's see what this is. Things you need and are very happy about other things. That's only a d8.
Okay,
no,
I have it.
We will go with a d20. Go with the d20.
I have an 11.
I will set up something. 11. Yeah, this candy is not helpful. But what happens? He shimmers in a slightly blue, sparkly light.
His brother Bertie looks at him. He's like, "This is great," and he's like, "Nothing's happening." And then he looks down and he sees himself shimmering. He's like, "Whoa, cool!"
It will go away. In case your parents are worried, it will go away before you go to bed. No worries.
He's preening. He's shimmering now. So now Bertie goes next. He eats the white one. And on a 9,
I think he's a bit lighter in his step. He's not flying, but
he bounces.
It's a little bit like if you're walking on the moon. So like gravity is not fully gripping you. So it's very easy for him to jump quite well.
First of all, he doesn't notice because, of course, the two of them are standing still. And he's like, "Well, nothing happened."
Well, then move a little. Maybe something happens when you move.
he takes a step and he realizes immediately that that gravity is a little less than 1. And he basically, whoa. And then his brother goes, okay, jump. And he jumps. And of course, he jumps a little bit higher than normal, but he doesn't fly. So he keeps flapping his arms, but he's not flying. He's like, all right, so we shouldn't eat the other 2 because we don't want to mix the effects, you know. So we should eat those tomorrow and check what they do. And
yes. Please don't mix them one after the other because they don't stack well. Also, it will make you feel really nauseous when you eat 2 or more.
All right. Okay. So good. Excellent.
Awesome.
We also have another question, and they're kind of like, you know, sitting
I have
there.
a question for you guys too afterwards. But
you go first. You go first. You can see that they're kind of like
pointing over to the kitty on the windowsill. Have you ever seen this kitten? Does it belong to anyone you know?
They look. They walk over, so they need to walk because one of them wants to bounce.
Yeah.
Walk over. One of them shimmers at the kitten. The other one bounces in front of her, and she's like, "No, can't say that I have, but she looks very nice."
Well, she's very well behaved, but it's weird.
She's beautiful, actually, and he gives her
up.
little scritches.
Okay, then. Well, thank you. But you had another question for me.
Can we see the stuff in the bag? The trinkets up there? And he points to the kind of like the shelf that you can only get at by using the ladder. They say that you have chicken's feet there.
Well, I definitely have chicken's feet there, although the chicken's feet is over there, and she points to where all the herbs are, and the chicken feet are hidden there. But okay, let's see. And she will close the door to her shop. Mm-hmm. She will leave the sign on open, but she will close it at least, and she would need mage hand in this thing would be amazing, but she can't. So she will climb up. She will pull down the two jars. One with clearly chicken feet, and the other one with curled white hair. Mm-hmm. And she will put that down in front of the boy. So here are the chicken feet. Mm-hmm. Which help if your like knee hurts.
Okay.
And the other thing is quite special. Can you guess what it is?
No.
Which animal has white hair?
White hair. Rabbits?
No. But yes, but no,
Sheep?
It's not rabbit. No, it's too shimmery for that.
White shimmery hair. Goat?
That would be also something, but no, just wait and peek. And
They
as
peek.
I lift up I will lift up the lid, and with minor illusion, a tiny transparent unicorn gallops around the rim of the glass.
Whoa! She's got a unicorn. Did you see that?
It's just a hair of a unicorn and the memory of a unicorn. They are quite rare.
It's the memory of a unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
So basically somebody remembers the unicorn, or the stuff that the unicorn remembers?
It's the stuff the unicorn remembers. It's well, the hair is part of it, so it's stored there. But now, she will just blow, and the unicorn just... And she will close the lid again carefully. And she will put up the glasses back where they were.
Whoa! The two of them look at each other and they're like, we need to go. And they basically climb down the ladder, run out while one of them is bouncing. The other one is trying to keep up. The shimmering still goes on. So the two of them run out. And
usually the effects are for like 1 or 2 hours and then they should vanish.
Yeah, but they want to show their friends. I mean, Shimmering and bouncing are two super effects.
Yes.
And then at some point...
And I will open the door again to leave it open.
Lily comes in. Lily Bandon. She is the daughter of the leather worker, Joe. And she comes in, and she's very young. She's about 7, and she's like, "Hello." She doesn't have all of her teeth yet.
Hi, Lily.
And she puts a copper on the sweet, please.
You're lucky today. There's an extra sale. You can get 2 candies for 1 cup. But don't eat both at the same time, promise, because you will have really bad stomach ache.
She stands on her tippy toes. She with her hands clasped behind her back, and she's kind of like moving back and forth. And she's like, 2. I'll take that green one and the red one.
That's a very good choice. And I will pull out with the tongue the 2 and put it in a little bag, and we'll clamp it down again, and we'll hand it over to her, and we'll pocket the copper coin.
She said, "Thank you," and runs out.
Thank you, and enjoy.
I will. And then she's, "Oh, kitten," and I didn't know you had a cat.
Have you seen the kitten? It appeared today in front of my store.
No, but it's kitten season. I'm not surprised. She looks like she's about 4 months.
No, I'm not that subtle. Well, I don't know much about kittens, but well.
Well, first of all, you will never have to be afraid of having mice ever again. She looks like a really good mouser. Most tabbies are.
Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. Well,
you have to give her plenty of water.
I gave her some milk. Was that bad?
Well, I would say don't give them milk, because that's not so good for their tummy. Give them water.
Water. Okay, understood. Well, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. And I will pour some fresh water from basically a carafe that is on the counter with a little gas. I will just pour it in the bowl, and we'll have it ready at the foot of the windowsill, and we'll stand next to the kitty. So if you want to stay, you're welcome to stay.
Purring.
I just need to find a name then for you, but that's not urgent. So, and I will scritch it between the ears.
And at that moment, the lady that you saw twice already today comes to the door. She's standing outside, and she's looking at her reflection. So she's obviously not seeing you, can tell. And you have the feeling that she's again talking to herself.
I don't think I will recognize that it might be rude, but I'm just excited that someone might be here for me, or for the shop. So I'll just rip open the door and be like, "Good day, can I help you?"
On an 11, she's mildly perturbed.
Herbs, potions, extra special things, whatever you might need for traveling, fighting, or adventuring.
Who says anything about fighting or adventuring?
Well, you're clearly not from here, so you must be traveling through Omelette. I will call it omelette the whole time. I'm sure about that.
Omelette.
It's Lyra's accent.
It's Lyra's accent. She's French. Omelette. Lyra. Omelette.
That's a good idea. She's Lyra. She's Lyra.
She's Lyra. I suppose.
Well, you don't have to if you don't want to. I'm not forcing. Maybe have a look around.
All right. I'm interested in trinkets, like charms and stuff.
I'm quite sure I have a few. Come in.
Mm-hmm.
and I'll let her in, and I will walk to the back and will pull out a little wooden chest that has different kinds of trinkets, like a few little that you can put around a chain around your neck, or hang it on something.
She looks at the stuff that you have and she says, I am looking for... And she closes her eyes and she puts her hand over the chest without touching anything. I've got nothing. It doesn't speak to me at all.
Do you need something with a little bit extra tingly thing? Because these are just normal trinkets.
What? Who told you that? No. I'll just have some. I'll have 2 blue ones. And she. How much for the sweets?
Lyra is smirking a little and is fighting herself to be like honest or not. Well, it's a copper a piece, as it says, but just as warning, they have side effects. Not long-lasting, not horrible side effects, but side effects. A blue glittering boy just left the store.
What do you think? Should we risk it? All right. I'll have a blue one. And she puts down a copper.
I will give her a blue one. In a bag, or do you...
I'll eat it right now.
Okay.
She pops it in her mouth. And she rolls a 10.
We didn't have a 10 yet.
Nope.
I think for her hair will turn blue. So she will not even see what is happening.
No, she won't see it.
Lyra is like, oh boy.
What is it?
You like the color blue? Your hair just turned blue. It will go away in 1 or 2 hours if you want to stay here for that long and have a tea.
I'll take the tea, but I don't mind the blue hair.
Do you want to have a look at it? Wait. And Lyra will run to the back, and she will come back with a handheld little mirror. And yeah, tea. Oh, do I have something that will help? Oh, wait. And Lyra
it's actually quite nice, and she's basically pulling at her hair, going, "Oh, this is lovely. It'll go away." You said that's fine. Yeah.
In like one, maybe I can speed it up. Not sure.
It's fine. It's fine if you say that it's just a couple of hours.
Okay. I will push. Why can't I have mage hand? That would be quite perfect. I will push over a chair for her. Just have a seat, and then she will run in the back. She will set up a kettle on the stove to cook the water, and then she will go to her big array of herbs and will put a few things together, and then she will brew a little bit of tea. Which smells quite sweet as soon as she pours the hot water over the leaves, but really nice. And then she will put up 2 different looking cups, because she doesn't have a fitting set, so it's like a little bit of everything. And she will pour in a cup of tea for her guest as well as for herself.
Thank you.
And she will plonk herself on the counter, sitting on the counter, just like dangling her legs, and be like, "Oh, I'm Lyra, by the way. Nice to meet you. And sorry again for the blue hair."
Oh, never mind. I'm Min. All right. I'm Min Shaddai.
Well, Lyra Emberheart, and nice to meet you.
Oh, no, it's not my last name. I'm Min Shaddai. And she points to an empty space next to her.
Wait. I will cast detect magic.
Oh.
On basically her. Let me wait. Click. Presence, a sense of magic within 30 feet.
Oh.
And I can see faint aura around any visible creature or object that bears magic. So I'm just confirming my suspicion that she has magic in her.
If one were to cast magic, detect magic on you, would one see an aura?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would they? It's a good question.
This is the thing that I'm not sure about, because I don't think that
Visible creature or object that bears magic. I would say yes.
but because you can cast spells or because of your other things?
And you learn at School of Magic. I wouldn't have a School of Magic.
No, I think you would not, because you have not been enchanted or abjured or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So
it's
basically
just if you're enchanted.
She's not magical. There
Okay.
is she's not been
So
enchanted or anything.
she's
And
not
nothing she
enchanted or
has
anything.
on her body is in any way magical.
Okay.
So, how long have you lived here?
Wait. Just a few months. You're traveling through, and Lyra in between will just eye next to Min and be like, "Who the hell?"
It's kind of sort of, you know, like.
But you're clearly not from here.
No, I'm not from here. I'm basically I'm a pilgrim. Looking, searching. Yeah.
For?
I can't say. I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Okay. Well, I would be much too scared to search and travel the world. That sounds scary out there.
She looks to her left. Well, I suppose it depends. I mean, stick to the road, nothing will fail you.
Well, it seems like you're not alone.
I did it again, did I?
I am still not sure who Watcherai is, but you seem to have company with you.
She puts down her cup and runs out your shop. Bye!
You don't... No, you... Why am I so... She will take her tea. We'll bring it in the back. And we'll put the chair back where it belongs.
Okay.
And we'll just plonk herself behind the counter. I scared off a customer. Unbelievable.
The cat looks at you, comes towards you.
Casimir would slap me for this. Okay, I can do this next time I'm better.
Jumps
I
onto
can
your
have adult
lap.
customers, not only children.
I can do adult things. Jumps on your lap and basically looks at you and head bumps you.
Oh, that is quite sweet of you. Well, and I will just stroke it and stare towards the door.
Mm-hmm. Make a perception check.
While I do that, she didn't even want to see the cool trinkets. I just warmed up with the boring, normal ones. No, not performance, perception. Well,
not much better.
Not really.
Okay.
Take a 4 or 5. You pick. Oh, 5 or 6. Your pick.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, you see nothing. And so basically the day passes. When do you close the shop?
I think usually around 5, but there is still a guy that said he might come by with his stuff, so she would be like maybe just like pretending to sweep outside her store, not having closed yet properly, but kind of, and just standing outside sweeping the doorstep and just having a peek around.
The guy with the stuff does come by. And he says, well, I'm so sorry I was late. I got held up because, you know, as soon as I unpacked, people were coming and saying, am I selling? Am I selling? I said, no, I'm not selling. If you want to buy, you have to come to the shop because I'm only doing wholesale. I'm not a retailer. So maybe tomorrow people will actually flock to your shop to look at this. So where do shall we take it inside?
What does he have with him?
He actually has a trunk.
Bag? A trunk, okay. Do you need help with carrying?
He says, well, and he looks at you.
I don't look like I have any kind of strength.
I think I've got it, miss.
Oh, okay. Just come inside. Come inside. Do you want a cup of tea?
Oh yes, tea would be very welcome. Oh, nice cat. And he puts down the stuff. He puts down the trunk to the left of the entryway.
I will point to the chair. Just take the chair if you want to sit.
Thank you.
And she will run in the back and she will set up another kettle with water and pull out 2 new cups that she has, different looking, and we'll go back to the herbs and we'll make a little collection. Not as sweet, more herby, and but. No side effects, nothing. Just like a little bit of whatever you put in tea.
Yeah.
Maybe a hint of spearmint or something like that. And then, let's see what you have.
As you're doing this, you look out and you see, weirdly enough, a head hanging basically above the window looking in. It's Min Shaddai, who seems to have climbed the little front, because your doorway is kind of like a little bit of a it's got a little bit of a roof.
Yeah.
So she's basically hanging from there looking in.
I'll just wave and smile at her and then we'll turn back to...
Okay, let's see how she does, because she basically, does she lose her balance? Does she fall? That would be acrobatics, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
18. No, she doesn't, but she basically pulls back immediately.
Weird. Okay.
He doesn't see anything.
So, show me. She will hand him the cup of tea, and
he opens the trunk, and basically in it you see charms. They are of different kinds and varieties. All of them look quite different. You can see that they are not made from precious metals. So you would say some of them are made from lead, maybe. Some of them are made from stainless steel or steel. Stainless steel didn't exist at the time. And a lot of them are made from wood. But the wood is different than the wood you've ever seen because it's completely black. And he says this is wood that only grows in the West. It's called ebony. And
beautiful.
The trinkets, the charms, are all carved or forged in such a way that they represent things in the natural world. So some of them are animals. One looks like a really big cat, but it's got weird ears because the ears are round and it's very muscular. You've never seen anything like it. And then there's one that looks like a wild bull, maybe. And then there is one that looks like... it looks like a human mouth. Simply just like a smiling... not in any way evil, but a smiling mouth, like, you know. And then there's something that looks like a bird. And they're all exquisitely made. Do you want to do anything? Maybe detect magic?
She will honestly just repeat what she did before, and will look at the things in the trunk and see if anything shimmers.
There are 2 or 3 that actually do shimmer. One that looks like this cat, this weird cat with the round ears, the mouth. And the bull.
She would pick 2 other ones that are non-shimmery, glowy. I'm not sure if there's anything that is maybe more like a leaf shaped.
Yes.
Or anything with a flower.
There are leaves and flowers. One
She
of
would
them is
pick-
actually a flower that you've never seen before. It is a lotus.
Oh, I think that would be definitely something she would be drawn to, and then a leaf, and then also the other 3, and be like, oh, I think these ones look quite interesting.
Oh, very well.
How much are your trinkets?
This is the thing. I've never bought any of these before. I've never sold any of these before. I bought the whole lot for 50 gold.
That
So-
was a deal.
Well, I mean, you know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. It was a shipment that came in, and they were basically just put in there. It was mainly to do with, you know, statues made from gold. Because as you also know, the continent in the West is quite often referred to as the land of gold. So they were just put in. I don't deal in gold because I don't really deal with, not that I have anything against the church, but it's just not what I deal in. Also, gold is so heavy. They had a couple of statues. They were so heavy I couldn't even lift them. So, it's 5, isn't it? So how about I give you
I could
these
also
5?
take a few more depending on how much they cost.
Well, let's put it this way. I'm going to give you 10 for 8 gold.
I will take these 5 and 5 more for 10.
Take your pick. And he sits back and he drinks his tea.
And she will pick just random different ones. Also, I think a few. She would pick 2 more of wood and then 3 that are more metal, because she just wants to have a variety for customers. And then she will go to the back and she will take. She will lay them on the counter clearly, and she will go on the back. She will grab her gold, and will take 10, and we'll come back. And just put the gold then on the counter next to it.
Okay, so we said 10 for 8 gold, so you give him 8 gold.
No,
And-
he gets 10 gold for 10 pieces. She's giving him a little bit more.
And then he says, oh, I can't accept this, especially since I'm also here to buy. Don't you remember? I'll take the 8 gold, and then,
She will return 2 in her pocket.
and then I would like to take a look at your healing potions.
Here. And she will go over to another, like, it's more like a table where she has put them up and in little stands. I have different ones, some well, basically normal ones and a bit stronger ones.
Well, I'm looking for something that helps against the normal cold. You know, I get the
Oh.
snivels in this weather. Anything there?
Yes. You want to have the more magical route or the more natural route? I have both.
I'll take one each.
Okay. And she will put one normal healing potion in front of him. And then she will go to another table where the normal stuff is. And she will pick one that shimmers in a yellowy color that smells, if you open it, it smells like cinnamon and oranges and citrus kind of fruits. And
Sniffs, he's like, very nice. I'll take double.
okay, she will get a second one of that to it. And for my shop, I need a list of what costs what. I have no clue what prices are, which is very good for someone who has a store. Wait, give me the old handbook.
Of course, yeah, there are lists, aren't there?
I'm quite sure in the new there were lists as well, but I didn't mark them, and I marked them in the old one, so that's for me easier to find and to get. Healing potion. A normal potion of healing is 50 gold. Holy moly.
Ooh.
I think hers are probably not full bam potion of healings because she can't do that yet. I'm not sure if she will ever learn the spell that I have in mind, or if she can learn the spell that I have in mind. But it's a little bit, so I would say the magical one maybe for 10 gold, and the other two for... That's a good question. Let me see. Vial, glass. A vial alone costs a gold. So like 2 or 3 gold.
So we're looking at 13 gold.
Yeah.
He says, all right, and he basically takes out 13 gold and he puts 5, 5, and 3.
Oh, thank you. Very, very much. Also for the trinkets. They're really lovely.
Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying them. Well, then I will just pack up and be on my way. Thank you very much. And he
Thank you very much. And I will open the door for him and let him out.
Everything that he bought from you, he puts also in the trunk, closes it, and then walks out.
When he walks out, I will step out with him and I will make a step to the right, and after wave to him, look up.
Honor 1. You catch her in mid-motion. Like, you know, she was just pulling back and she sees that you see her and she's like, I told you it was a bad idea to do it in broad daylight.
I still have no idea whom you're talking to. I know they're called Charade, but I can't see them, which is quite rude, I have to say.
She flips down from the roof. It looks quite elegant, and she lands in front of you and she says, well, I'm sorry. Do we need to discuss this here? And she looks around.
Well, no, you can just have a good day.
Bye! And she runs away.
Is her hair still blue, or is it now fading back to her?
I think it's fading back now. It would have faded back by now, yes. Yeah.
Blue didn't look good on you anyhow. Lyra will call behind her, and she will be like, oh, and she will close the door behind her and close and lock it.
Okay.
And we'll walk over to the kitten.
The kitten purrs.
That was a very weird encounter. But well, let's put the nice things away and let's pick up the 3 that I am interested in. So she will pocket the 3 that were glowy, and the other she will carefully wrap and put it in the trinket box that she had out for Min before. And then she will just clean up a little bit, and she will call the cat if she wants to join, and she will go to the back, and then she will walk upstairs to her tiny living space.
Okay, so tell us about your tiny living space.
Well, as clean as it is down here, as chaotic it's up there. So it's not dirty, but it's she has stuff everywhere lying around.
Okay.
And she is not keeping everything in order. I think all her energy is down in the shop, because she learned that a shop should be, you should see everything. It should be nice, clean, and inviting. And here it's just like someone exploded with things. So here you can see a jacket. Here there's a little scarf. There is the blanket on the floor, hanging on the floor next to a chair. And she will go to the little kitchen corner or to the stove. She will basically fire it up, and then she will sit down on the little, I don't think she has a couch. I think she just has a little old, like a granny
Armchair?
an armchair, yeah, not swiveling one, just a very cozy, steady one that looks like it has lived for a longer years than Lyra is on Earth, or on basically alive. And she will just pull up the blanket, and she will just lean back. And will take a little nap, because she needs a short rest before she can do anything else.
Okay, so you take a short rest.
Yes.
And when you wake up, the kitten has actually cuddled up to you and is sleeping next to you. And as you wake up, she opens an eye, and then she does the stretchy thing, and she spreads her paws, which looks adorable.
I will do a stretchy yawn as well. Okay, so let's have a look at these things. And then, oh god, I can only look at two things. Let me see. Yeah, so I can only look at two of the things. So she will pick the cat clearly, and I think the mouth. The two she would pick first, and she would do identify on them. And for the components, I suspect she has a necklace around her neck that she got from Casimir, because that was something she learned to do back with him. And the necklace she clearly is keeping. Not for sentimental reasons, at least not officially, maybe a little bit, but not really. But it's useful.
All right. So, you look at the two items. And they have all been, what are the schools again? Let me just check. Conjuration, abjuration, necromancy.
So abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, evocation, illusion, necromancy, and transmutation.
Okay, they are both enchantment.
Okay. I should also, I learn properties and how to use them, so I know what they do.
Okay, so the one that looks like a, let's, for argument's sake, say it looks like a lion. Seems to. But okay, so what are you casting now? Because you looked
Identify.
at them before. Oh, sorry, identify. Okay.
That's like
no, because I was like,
glass.
why can you now only look at 2 when you were able to look at 3?
Yeah, because
okay,
identify you can do
I get
one
it.
per
It's not
spell
it's not detect magic. Okay.
No.
This one, you think would make a person more cat-like. So possibly a little faster, but also probably more graceful in their movement.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, that's a bit of a weird one. You have a feeling that it does have something to do with speech or language, but you can't really tell what it does.
Okay.
But there's definitely a component of speaking, communication in it.
I also know if it requires attunement to use.
Yes, they both would.
Okay, and I would also know if it's just like 1 or 2 charges and then it's just pretty, or does it stay magical?
You would
if use
actually
it?
say that this is not even something that is charged, but it's more like a passive effect.
Ah, okay. You
Wear
need to
them
attune
and then
it's
something happens and it
Okay.
continues to happen.
That's interesting. Well, the other one might be strength, but we will see. Maybe tomorrow or later. We will see. I'll put them away.
Where?
I think she will pull a trunk underneath her bed. And she will put it in a little leather bag. And in the trunk, just in the corner. And will pull over maybe like a jacket that is in there that looks, or no, a dress, a more finer looking dress. And then she will shove the trunk back. And then she will go into the kitchen to cut a little bit of, I think, veggies that she has to make like a little soup.
You make soup?
And she will look at the kitten. I have no idea what you eat, darling.
You would know that cats are known to eat meat.
I don't have meat.
The kitten is outraged. How can somebody not have meat? It looks at you kind of like going,
Meat is expensive. We just stick with veggies here for food. It's easier.
on an 18, the kitten looks at you as if it was to say, let me handle this, and scurries away. You hear a
Dude.
pounce, thump, it comes back. It's got a mouse.
Thank you for cleaning up. I wasn't aware I had mouse inside.
It's very proud of itself.
Well done, darling.
It takes it away to eat.
I will set clearly, or I've already set out a bowl with water up here as well. And yeah, I will cook a little soup.
Okay, you have soup. Then, how
And
does the evening progress? Yeah, okay, and?
I think she will just sit down in the armchair again. She will probably pull out some knitting needles and knit on something. Probably a scarf.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing she knows how to knit, because it's just going straight and that's it. And then probably falling asleep in the armchair.
Okay, so you fall asleep in the armchair. Let's see. Okay. Now you are going to get burgled. I have thieves' tools and I'm going to use them. So now we need to find out, am I good enough to break into your shop?
That's a very good question.
I rolled a 12 plus a 5 for dexterity, thieves' tools, proficiency.
I have nothing highly magical that would have secured the store, so that should work.
Okay,
It's
so
not a complicated lock. It's just a
Okay.
normal lock that the house had before Lyra got it.
stealth.
Ooh. Where did it go? Never give me... There it went. Never give me a pen with a cap.
Okay. You sleep. You hear nothing. Okay, I'm rolling really well. First a natural 20 on stealth, and now a 19 on stealth. So natural 20 plus 5, and then a 14 plus 5. But I do want you to give me a perception check. No, actually, you do have passive perception, don't you? How does that work again?
So if you do a stealth check that goes below 10, I will hear you.
Okay.
If you're above and I'm sleeping...
Okay, so the thing is, you're not alone. Because you have a cat.
I assume it stayed. It's not my cat. It's just a guest.
You're her human. The kitten, you wake up because somebody pounced on you.
What? Oh, darling, why did you wake me? It's still... Looking outside the window, it's still dark outside.
The kitten looks at you, and then it looks towards the stairs.
Did you hear a mouse again?
It stares at you.
Now I'm freaked out. What?
Make a perception check, please.
Whoa.
Ooh. You can hear a voice. Someone's talking.
Do I recognize the voice?
It sounds like Min may be talking to Shaddai, who knows?
I will murder her. I invited her over and now she broke in. I will try to tiptoe downstairs.
Make a stealth check.
Okay. I definitely had a short rest, so I have my spells back. And I will stealth first. Oh god, I already am deciding with a 15
Okay.
what to do to her.
Okay, you stealth your way downstairs. And you see her bending over the place where the trinkets are.
I'll cast command.
Okay.
Freeze.
Does she get to do anything, or does it just work?
She needs to make a wisdom save
Okay.
against 13.
Oh. Okay. A wisdom save. Okay, so we just go here. Oh. No.
She freezes.
So it means she can't move.
Yep.
Can she talk?
Because I suspect she's not undead, because on undead people it doesn't work.
No, she's not undead. It works on her, so now you know for sure she's not undead.
And she understands my language for sure. And I can't do commands that are directly harmful, so I could not say kill yourself. That would not work. But freeze is not really harmful to her, so...
Can she talk?
It will receive with a amount on its next turn. I'm just seeing how long. It's basically a round,
Okay.
so it's not that long.
Well, outside of combat, I'm told rounds are longer than 6 seconds.
Okay. Depending on what I do, freeze. I think freeze would mean she could talk. She just can't really move her head much, or her hands, or run, or anything like that.
So basically, she was bending over the trinkets with her hands basically stretched out. So she's now frozen in place. She's like,
how dare you? Give me a reason why I shouldn't kill you on spot. Thief.
see, I told you it was a stupid idea. We should have just asked.
And for God's sake, Shirai, can you please just show up that I can see who the hell is with you, Min?
That's not possible.
She's your imaginary friend?
Let me handle this. No, she's not imaginary.
I don't understand. And it's not giving me comfort to trust you.
I have to lower my hands because this is getting stressful.
By the way, she has nothing that can kill Min. At least I don't think any of her spells, they would hurt.
I was just look. I know your spells. Well, some of them are deadly. But she doesn't know that. So she's like.
And I'm standing at the bottom of the steps.
But you're standing behind her. She can't see you. You're standing at her back.
But she knows my voice.
No. But she can't see you.
She can't see me, and she can't turn her head that.
Well. Let me go, and I will explain.
No. Explain. You can talk. You're good at running. I've seen that twice now.
I'm an expert at running and climbing. I'm really good.
Explain yourself.
Will you please just shut up? We will have to explain.
I will walk towards her very slowly, and I will just grab a pen. Or I don't have pens. I don't think they would have
quills.
Quills, or I could imagine they have like coal pens to draw.
Yes, absolutely, you would have those.
I think that would be something she would have, and it would be the quill, but she would take the opposite end, not the sharp. No, she would take the sharp and pointy end, and she would just slowly point it, basically pushing it into Min's back.
She's got a knife. This is your fault. You should. Why am I listening to you?
Explain, don't discuss.
All right. Shirai isn't my imaginary friend. She lives inside my body. I'm Kalashtar.
This Lyra, I don't think she has a simple clue what that is.
You probably
because
don't
it's
know.
rare.
It's rare.
I'm quite sure.
Yeah.
That means nothing to me. What?
Kalashtar are imbued with a spirit.
So you're possessed. Do you need help to get rid of it?
No, I'm not possessed. That's different. It's not at all like possession. Only the Dark Shroud possess. My Quorai don't. They just share. We're born with them.
So you're definitely not even close from here. Never heard of that before.
I come from the very east. Far, far east.
Why on earth are you in the middle of nowhere like here?
Kalashtar developed something that we call melding of minds. I should be able to read your thoughts and talk to you, but I can't.
Well, that's good for you, because you would not want to see what I am thinking at the moment.
No, this is how we deal with everybody. And I can't. I don't
Which
have this
sounds
ability.
more like a blessing.
Well, it's not
Right.
like we can't shut it off. It's something that we will to happen.
Oh, well then it would be helpful. Oh, it would be so helpful to know what my customers want before they even opened their mouth. Oh, that would be so helpful. I could be the best merchant ever, offering them what they want before they tell me.
I suppose one could use it for that. Anyway, I was sent out to find a cure.
A cure.
To make me whole again, because obviously something's wrong with me, because I'm the only one who can't. In my whole family, in my whole village, in my whole monastery, there are no other people like me. So I decided to set out and remedy this. Well, all right, I'm gonna come clean. They threw me out.
That is very rude of them. You did nothing wrong. It's not like you did it on purpose.
Oh, she can't move.
Oh, she can move by now. I'm quite sure we're talking long enough that she realizes she can move again.
Yes, but the point is, I thought that, you know, the man came from the west. He said he had a shipment from the west, right?
Yeah, with
And
a
I
lot of...
could see that there were some trinkets there that were special. So I thought I would look at them. Maybe they could help.
Well, you can't find them down here.
I just noticed that too.
Also, I highly doubt they will help you, because one will make you more cat-like, which is not really helpful for you. The other one has something to do with language and speaking, I think. Still not 100% sure, I haven't tried it yet. And for the last one, I didn't have time, but I suspect it's giving strength.
She looks very dejected. Oh,
I will lower the quill and just put it into my messy hair bun that I have at the moment. I don't think I've ever seen anything that heals. I know magical items that gives you the possibility to read minds, but it
well,
would not
do
be...
you have one of those?
No.
Oh,
They are very expensive, and I couldn't take them with me.
I have 6 gold.
I still don't have them.
But do you think I could... you said you didn't bring them with you. Where do I need to go to where you came from so that I can buy one? And would 6 gold be enough?
No, not by far. It's more like 40, 50, 60, 70 gold. Magical items are mighty expensive. Especially if they do strong things like this. And you would need to check one of the very big cities, probably at the coast, because they have the most stuff coming in and out. I only have smaller things here. I have some magical trinkets, but nothing like that.
Oh. Oh. That's...
Do you want to have a bowl of soup?
I think yes. You see, I've come so far, and I thought that, you know, I've looked everywhere.
It must be somewhere. There must be something. I am just still learning a lot. I don't know that much.
But you're a witch. Everybody said so.
Well, but I'm just a tiny, teeny, young kind of witch. I'm a merchant. I'm not a witch.
Neither should I nor I believe you.
I'm definitely not a witch.
She's a witch.
Soup?
Yeah.
At your own risk? Lyra will smile, wink, and she will turn around and go upstairs.
She follows you. Nice place.
Well, yeah. Haven't really settled. She will go in the kitchen corner. She will turn on the stove again. This half of the soup is still there. She will warm it up. Wait. And she will go in the small living room that she has, and she will basically take a pile of clothing. And you can see a second armchair that looks nothing like the other one, and appearing. And she will just dump the clothing on the floor in front of her bed. And she will pull out the trunk and will pull out the bag with the 3 special trinkets. And take a seat. I'm here, a glass of water, and if you want to have a look at them, as I said, at least, well, let me have a look at the last one. She will do identify on the bull.
It actually does seem to add to strength.
Okay. As I said, strength. You just need to carry it around your neck for a while. Just get in the vibe with it, and then it just does. As I said, I'm not 100% sure what this one does.
Okay. None of them speaks to me. I guess we need to get on the road again and keep traveling.
Well, you want to stay at least overnight?
I only have 6 gold, and if you're saying that the thing I'm looking for costs 60, then I can't stay at the inn. It's actually quite pricey.
Well, it's a very good inn, and the beds
I know,
are
and
very
it's
cozy.
also completely full. So
You can stay here. I have a little corner. I don't have a bed, but we can set something up. Because there's still one door, and when you open it, there's basically just 2 trunks in there and nothing else. So there is another small little room. We can just pile out some blankets. Or you can sleep in a chair if you like. I don't have a couch, I'm sorry.
oh no, the floor is fine and a couple of blankets, yes. I'm sorry I broke in. The lock's still fine.
Thank you for not breaking it. I knew one day I need to exchange them for more magical locks, but honestly the people here are really nice. I think the only one who could have the idea to break in to steal candies are the little ones.
I saw them.
The parents are still quite skeptical about the candy, but, well,
Does everybody get blue hair?
no, everybody gets something random.
But how do you do that? Do you enchant them?
Kind of, yes, but I have no idea what goes into which.
That's strange though, isn't it?
Well, as I said, I'm still learning. So sometimes it surprises even me what happens.
At that moment, you hear a noise because the cat is now scrambling to sit at the window and look out. So she's really sitting on her hind legs. She's got her front legs propped against the window and she's looking out through the glass.
What's happening, darling? I will stand up and look over her shoulder, basically outside.
Your window points to the east, and you see, and it's still dark, but the moon's out. It's a full moon, so it's you can see what's going on. And beyond the village, there is a forest, because basically the road is to the north and to the southwest, but to the east, basically. So the village is south of the road, and if you just look east, then there is fields, and beyond the fields is a forest. And out of this forest, you see a large flock of what looks like crows flying up and vanishing into the darkness.
Something clearly disturbed the birds.
That's weird, because it's in the middle of the night. That must have been something really big.
Very good kitten hunt.
Yeah, it
she
makes
will
this
stroke a kitten.
sound that this ick sound when they're trying to get at something and they can't.
Birds are gone, darling. I will stare outside for a little longer, just to see if I can see any movements.
Make a perception check. While you're doing this, Min is eating the soup.
It's not as good as in the inn, but well, with a 10.
You can't actually see much. So basically, what you do see is that you can tell the time pretty much. It's about 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning, and the place is still completely quiet. You know that pretty soon at around 5, the first people are going to start working, the baker and so on. But other than that, it's very, very quiet. Not a mouse stirs.
I will stroke the kitten. That probably will be called darling now.
What am I saying? It's about 2. It's about 2. It's not that late. Yeah.
So kitten will be darling now, because I called her darling now several times. So
That's
darling.
a very good name.
In hopes it's a female. If not, well,
He can still be darling.
yeah, that's true. And well, we can have breakfast tomorrow morning, and if you need to earn cash, here in the village there's always work to do and steady hands needed. I can ask around if someone is willing to get help for a little bit of cash.
Would you do that? Yes, because I
Sure.
even need money for my travels.
And if you want, you can stay here. We can organize maybe a little bit of straw to make a proper mattress for you.
Great. See,
Only thing
we
you
should
need
we
to
should have
swear.
spoken to her from the beginning.
Swear to me, no more stealing from me or anyone in the village.
No, I wasn't gonna steal. I was just gonna check it out.
You can just have asked if you want to check it out.
I told you we should have just asked. She's very
She
distrustful.
doesn't trust people, does she?
No.
Okay. Oh well, then let's set something up. Lyra will go to her bedroom. She will rummage around. She will come out with like 2 blankets, and she will just prop them up on the floor a little bit. She will take one of her pillows from her bed and another blanket, and she will put it on the little place. So if you water you can get there. I have quite a bit. I think that should be enough for us tonight. And as I said, then tomorrow morning breakfast, and then we can go and ask around.
That's great. Good night.
Good night. And Lyra will plonk herself on her bed.
Min Sharai lies down. Well, Min does. Hopefully Sharai does as well.
Not sure if the kitten will join Lyra.
Yes.
Lyra will look at the kitten and just whisper at it, I'm not sure I should sleep, because I'm not sure if I can trust her.
The kitten
stay-
eyes Min Sharai very suspiciously and nods to you.
let's stay awake and just see if she wants to try something. And I will curl up, but with looking towards the stairs. And I will try to stay awake.
Okay,
Because
so
I will turn off the light and so that in case she stands up and does something, she doesn't recognize that I'm awake.
yeah. Okay, so basically,
So
let's make a. Okay, yeah.
I will
well,
not make it to morning.
No, you won't. But I mean, what you do manage to do is you do manage to stay up a little, and you do notice that she does fall asleep because her breathing becomes very shallow and very even. So full relaxation mode. But then after a while, you also go to sleep. The next morning. Oh yes, well, that is even too low for your perception. You hear somebody is moving. Do you open your eyes?
Yeah, yes, for sure.
You can see her basically. She is basically she's picked up the blanket and she's basically folding it, and she's taking the other blankets that she was lying on, she's folding those and she's putting them away into this room, kind of like to make sure that it's all kind of like neat and tidy. And then she closes the door, and then let's see if she realizes that you're awake. On an 18, I think she does.
For sure. Good morning.
Good morning. Did I wake you? I'm sorry.
No, it's time to
I was
wake
just
up
shaking
anyhow.
off the blanket.
If you're up, although, well, you can get out, because it's probably... Oh, we didn't even lock the door. Oh well, and would you mind just running out and across the street? There's the farmer. If you could just grab a bottle of milk and maybe four eggs?
Sure. And she runs down the stairs.
And a bit of bread!
Yes. Oh God. I mean, she should be super dexterous. She rolls a 10. So basically she is, you can hear the, ow. That's a very windy staircase.
I'm sorry.
You didn't, and you can just like, be quiet. You could have told me that I should have looked out, but you didn't. Shh.
Well, maybe you should get the more cat-like amulet. Lyra is telling to herself. She will just wash herself and then get dressed, and she will restart the oven because I think by now it went out for sure.
Yeah. So you refuel the stove, then you hear the bell going, bing bong, and then for about 20 minutes or so it's quiet, and then you hear another ding dong. I'm back. I got
Awesome.
milk and eggs and bread.
Thank you.
And she comes upstairs.
I have then, at the moment she comes in, I will put a pan on the stove. I already have heated up hot water. And I will literally crack some eggs into the pan. And then we will have a very simple meal of some eggs, bread with butter, and maybe something like marmalade. I really think in that time they had something like jam or marmalade as
Absolutely.
well already.
Yeah, it was
sure.
the one way to make them to
basically
make them
sustain
keep.
over
Yeah.
winter, especially. And then a big mug of tea.
Yeah. So you have that, and then she says, "Well, who do you think will hire me? I'm kind of dexterous. I can climb really well. Well, yeah, it was a problem that I felt that was yesterday.
Do you maybe want to try?" And I will pull out and hand over the cat amulet trinket thingy for her.
Okay.
Because I will try out the mouth
Okay.
out of curiosity. If I turn into something, just rip this thing off me. Yeah.
Why do you think you're going to turn into something?
Lyra doesn't 100% know what it does, so she has seen weird things happen with magical items.
Okay.
also with being cat-like, you never know if there's a side effect of you are getting cat-like, but you might grow whiskers as well.
All right. So I can have 3 attunement thingies, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
at least in the old version.
Yeah. I think
highly
it's
doubt
like
they
this
changed
as well.
it in the other one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So she has a cat trinket which she needs to attune to.
Yeah, and I will do the same with the mouth trinket, which sounds creepy. But we will go outside. I will lock the door and make sure the sign is unclosed. And we will first of all go over to the farmer.
Yeah.
Again, just peeking in.
And you peek into, let me just, where is it?
It's basically the farmer opposite of my shop.
And that is John, Sarah, Little Sue, and Gwen Cantor.
Okay.
So it's John and Sarah are married, and they have Little Sue, who isn't that little anymore because she's actually quite tall. She's almost 180, and Gwen is really is the older of the 2 sisters, but she's definitely more normal sized. So she's about 170, but her little sister has outgrown everyone. She's the tallest in the family.
So I will look for John or Sarah. Probably John is somewhere
You find
on
John.
the farm. Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. More milk?
No, but that milk was, and the eggs were lovely. Thank you for the good breakfast.
He smiles.
Just a tiny question. Is there any chance do you need a hand for a little bit of loan, or is everything up and running at the moment?
Hiring a farmhand, you mean? What can you do? I mean, I thought you were a shopkeeper.
Yeah, my friend, and she will point to Min, is looking for a little job.
Min smiles at him, kind of like almost a little bit creepily because her face is frozen. Yeah, that's right. I'm just traveling through, but I need money.
And she's willing to earn it the right way.
She looks at you. There's a wrong way?
Yesterday evening?
Right, that way.
Or do you know if anyone of the other farmers needs help?
Well, what can you do? And she's like, well, I can climb really well. I walk really, I run really fast.
She's good with her hands for nimbly things.
Yes, I can open any lock in 5 seconds flat. So you're essentially a breaker and enterer. Yes. I mean, no. I mean,
honestly, never mind. We will just maybe ask one of the handy. Maybe the trader needs some. Oh God, it will be hard to get you a job like this.
What do you mean?
Don't
Could you just be quiet for a second? Excuse me, what?
Open locks.
Yes, it's what I do. Well,
yes. Which makes you not trustworthy immediately to anyone. Well, never mind, Mr. Cantor. We will just maybe have a look at the village hall if they have anything open, or if not, maybe talk to the village elder.
Okay, so you go to the village hall, which is actually where the village elder holds court, and that's also kind of sort of where she lives. So the village hall is where really everybody comes in. So for example, if
she has a very beautiful home that is much bigger.
Well, I mean, the thing is, yeah, I know, but she actually lives in the village hall. She's got a In the home that you call the home is
Yeah.
where she has the school.
Okay.
Yeah. She lives in the village hall.
Okay.
And if you're quick enough, you can catch her before she leaves for class.
Yeah, we will try to do that.
You are lucky. Minna is just leaving.
Good morning, ma'am.
Oh, hello. How can I help you?
Min, this is our village elder. This is Minna. We have
Linden?
similar name.
Yeah, that's a coincidence.
Ma'am, Min is looking for a proper job to earn a little bit of money before she travels on. She can stay with me, but honestly, I can't give her work for payment because I barely scrape by. Do you know of anyone who would need someone with nimble hands, or someone who can run and climb?
So is that what you do? You run, climb, and have nimble hands? She looks at Min.
And
That's an
Lyra's-
interesting set of abilities that you have there. Did you not learn a trade?
I'm not sure she should use her trade here. She should maybe try something new.
Like what?
That is, I don't know if she can. You are the wise one here. Do you have any idea?
Well, I do. I can do things. Yes. And she basically rummages through the bag and she takes out, her lockpick and she says, "Hold this," and she keeps rummaging. Minna, let's see if she knows what this is. On a 14, she kind of goes.
Lyra is just going like.
And then she says, "I made these!" And she holds up something.
Lyra just peeks through her hands. What is she holding up?
It's a wooden thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually looks like a chess piece. I carve.
Oh. That looks quite nice. And Lyra will just nicely take the lockpick of Minna. Just let me hold that. Leather worker. I'm just checking what we have. We have so many things. Well, the carpenter might need someone who can work with wood. The cabinet maker might need help with someone who can do wood, or maybe the pottery would like to teach someone, although that takes too much. Maybe we should just ask the carpenter if he needs someone, or our cabinet maker.
That's a really good idea, says Minna Linden as she looks at you. Why don't you run along and talk to them?
Thank you. And in case one of your students looks weird today, it wasn't me. Thank you. Have a good day. And Lyra can run if she wants to.
Okay, so the two of you hasten your
I
step.
think Lyra is running and pulling Min behind her, probably.
What are you doing to her students?
Well, they are eating my candy.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Hmm?
What are the side effects? Like the more interesting ones? Because
Oh, one
having
that
blue hair.
One did fly.
Oh.
That was interesting. We have had, well, like sparkly. We had hair color changing is quite more usual, I have to say. We had someone burping like bubbles from time to time. One got goat horns for an hour.
And you've been eating them yourself, haven't you?
No, I'm not crazy.
But you have Golden freckles.
What? I just have freckles. It's just trick of light. Come on. And I will pull her along towards the carpenter.
She doesn't debate it. You come to the carpenter. The carpenter listens to what you have to say and says, well, actually, I think she should talk to Sina and Frank, because she could carve doorknobs and knobs for trunks and stuff.
Oh yes, that's a good idea, Mr. Wait, Black, no, Stone,
Pippa Long is the carpenter.
Where the heck? Carpenter, there. Okay. So Mrs. Long.
Mrs. Long, yes.
Oh, that's very good idea, Miss Long. Miss Long, thank you so much. And in case you need any tea or anything nice to help you in case your muscles hurt, you know where to come. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be by later. I'm basically re-roofing the church, parts of the church, and I can tell you my back's killing me.
That sounds like a lot of work. Yeah, swing by. I might have a few things for you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And I think Lyra will now walk properly, not run anymore. Then past the shop, up towards the cabinet maker. So crossing the river. Yeah, that's a river. I hope there's a bridge, even though the drawing doesn't give a bridge.
Yeah, there is a bridge. I know it looks really weird. There is a bridge.
It looks like you have to dive through the biggest part of the river to get to the other side of the village.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So crossing the bridge, and do we know what the river is named? Just curiously. Just if you have it at hand. If not, we can check up later. It's not important. I'm just curious.
The river actually doesn't have a name. You can name it yourself.
Well, we will think of it for the next session.
Yeah.
And then we will walk down to the left, and we'll walk towards the cabinet maker.
Yep.
And I will knock and peek in with them.
And you can see Frank. So
Good
basically,
morning.
as you're walking, the children come towards you, Jill and Mary, and they are actually on their way to school.
Be good at school.
We might come back later for you know what.
Yes, I know.
And
Looking
Frank,
at the parents like, good morning, Mr. Henderson.
you should really be a little more careful. The other day, she had like she came out in, like her nose grew.
It disappears and it doesn't hurt, I promise.
What can I do for you? Want a cabinet made? And he laughs at you. That's a good one, isn't it? Haha.
It is a good one, and I might come back to you on that if my business can grow here. We will see. My friend Min is staying for a while, and she's looking for a job.
She smiles at him, kind of
She's
like creepily.
very good at wood carving, so I will nudge Min. Show him the figure.
She takes out her thieves' tools, hands them to you.
I
Hold these.
will just like.
And then she takes out one of the chess pieces and she shows it to him, and he takes and he's like, this is very good work. And also in cherry wood. That's not easy to carve. Well, it so happens that I have a couple of cabinets that I need to finish. You could do the knobs and handles. Do you feel up to it? Yes, of course, that would be fine.
Awesome. I will give her back her things.
She puts them in the bag.
I will leave you here, and I will then open the shop. Maybe we meet for lunch at the inn.
All right, I'll see you there.
Thank you, Mr. Henderson.
Thank you. Oh, right. So I'll show you where, and you also, I will give you an apron so that you don't get your robes dirty.
I never asked what Min is wearing.
Min is wearing, well, she's taken off the cloak, obviously, because that's really a traveling cloak. She is wearing trousers, which are made of a very light material and which basically are they're not figure hugging at all. And they basically taper and are closed at the ankles so that they are really kind of not moving. And she's also wearing and made from the same material, she's wearing a white shirt with sleeves that are cut off just above the elbow. And as you can see, she is super mobile in these things. She can really move very... and she is kind of graceful, but probably sometimes she's too quick for her own good. And then she's a little bit like a klutz.
Okay. So Lyra stands out next to her because she's wearing a cream white linen dress that goes like around a little bit over the knee. She's definitely wearing leather boots in a light brown, and she has a leather vest over it that is, I think, covered in like flowery ornamental things.
And she's also not very tall. She's by no means as tall as you are. She's maybe 160, 165. But what you have noticed is she has a lot of muscle in her hands. So it's more like you can see that she has also muscles in her lower arms, in her forearms. And they really stand out. So when she makes a fist...
So she would be good at push-ups. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and then basically you leave, you go back to the shop.
I will open the shop.
As you go back to the shop, you see you hear two farmers, you hear a couple of people talking. They're basically saying that tonight is going to be, and the next couple of days is going to be a really good time to go mushroom picking. Because now is the time for mushrooms, and they are saying that it'll rain tonight. So then, as of tomorrow, they should be coming out in the forest.
So forest time tomorrow. That's a good idea. I need mushrooms.
Yeah, because the thing is, you haven't had a full cycle of seasons yet, because you've only been here 6 months, so this is new information for you. And basically then, later on, the carpenter does come by, and she gets some ointment that helps with muscle pain.
I suspect I will not offer the magical things, because I'm scared to offer that to the village people here. She will give some ointments and some things she can rub on or lay on. Maybe like you need the little heating pads that you can get in our world, basically with like seeds in them that you can warm up. You can warm them up on the stove. You need to be a bit careful that you're not burning them.
Yeah.
But she will give that as an option as well.
Yeah.
After work, just to put it on maybe the hands or the elbows.
And I know that in medieval China, they had something like it, but those were made from metal, and they were like and just enough that you could hold them in your hand, and you would put hot water in them, so they were like hand warmers, like hot water bottles, literally. Yeah, so you could also give her one of those, but I think the seed thing, and she lets you explain it to her, because she has never seen this before.
Yeah. So just if you have had the stove on and it's still warm on top, so don't put it in the fire, please. It will burst into flames quite quickly. So if you put it on there and turn it around a little bit, keep an eye on it, that it doesn't start. If it smells burnish, then it was on too long. And the seeds keep the warmth for quite a bit. So if it feels warm to the touch, you can just take it off the oven and just lay it on whatever hurts, and it soothes quite a bit.
That's perfect. I'll try that. And she hands you some money. And then after a while, it's time for lunch. You go and have lunch. Yep. Min is already there. And she's smiling. And she says, there you are.
Hi.
Everybody's really nice.
They are really nice. That's why I stayed here and did not go further.
Well, I mean, he has worked for 2 days for me.
Well,
and he's going to pay me. That's really good. Thank you.
No worries. And if you did good work there, we might find something else.
They're saying that it's time for mushrooms. Everybody has been saying it.
Yeah, I will go out for mushrooms tomorrow.
Oh, can I come?
Or the day. Well, if you have work tomorrow, maybe we go together the day after. The shrooms will not vanish within a day.
No, I'd love that.
That would be lovely.
Excellent.
Honestly, I'm not sure. Has Lyra ever looked for mushrooms herself? Probably not. I think she has books on mushrooms.
You definitely have books on mushrooms.
I don't think she's ever been out there hunting for mushrooms because I can't imagine Casimir going out getting mushrooms. He bought them from whoever sold them. Mm-hmm. So I never collected mushrooms. Don't tell anyone. It doesn't go with the witch theme.
So you are a witch?
No, but people think I am. I'm still not sure if that's a good or bad thing.
All right, so I won't tell anyone, but how are we then going to get the ones that we want?
I have a book. And her eyes
light up.
I never used it in real like looking because no mushrooms really. I'm so excited because there are good recipes with quite rare mushrooms. I'm curious what will grow here.
All right, so we've got a plan.
Cool. So then let's see what and she will order with Shania again, like whatever she has for the daily menu, because Lyra is not picky. She literally eats anything.
So today it's actually again, it seems like they had a really good lentil harvest, so it's again lentil soup, but today it's with carrots and potatoes.
Nice.
And this time it's not with bread. Because obviously with the potatoes and stuff, but today there is actually some dessert. It's a little bit like a pancake, but with jam. As basically like, and they're kind of smaller, so it's what you would eat as dessert. And then Min says, "Well, I've got to run," and she runs out.
See you later.
See you later. And, she barely makes it out the door without bruising herself too badly. And, and then you go back to your shop.
Mm-hmm. Muttering to myself, she shouldn't travel alone. That's not safe.
That's not safe. Then you get a visitor because Jill and Mary, the cabinet maker's children, come by. And they buy sweets. A 2 and an 11. We had an 11 already. That was the glittering.
Okay, so she will glitter, but in the color of the candy. So the color is really, it doesn't matter for
it's
most
orange,
things.
So
she glitters orange.
Okay?
And the other one. What could we do? That is not too mean. I think her eyes will turn into the color that the candy had.
Okay, I would say that she actually took a green one.
So her eyes are now bright neon green.
Ooh.
And she can see better.
Okay.
Clearer in the distance than before.
So it's almost like cat eyes.
A little bit.
This is awesome because she looks at her sister who's now glowing orange, and the sister goes, "Whoa, your eyes are so green!" And the two of them just, jump up and down, and then they run out. And then
one day I will be stopped of doing this.
And then evening falls, Min returns, and I think we will leave it here because it's already 11 o'clock. And this was the first session in A Murder of Crows, and I hope you enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed it as well.
Really enjoyed it. Thank you for setting this up and jumping with new characters into D&D. And let's see what the two will get themselves into.
Yeah. So thank you all for listening and watching, and also thanks to Beth and Jonathan for writing this adventure. And like I said, if you want to buy it, you can go to the link in the show notes where you can get the PDF. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.